Don't look under the internet.
Recording. Okay, we're recording now.
Now
too.
what?
Okay, now I want you to take your finger.
Okay. Which one? Like 10?
Take all 11 of them.
Okay.
And I want you to tickle Doug right in his mustache. Mustache. Mustache.
Was that nice?
Yeah, your fingers smell like formaldehyde and dead
I was
people.
fisting a dead body before I came here, so
That sounds right. That sounds right.
Alrighty. On that note of your fingers smelling like what I'm assuming is
Mung.
mustard gas. Oh, mung, yeah.
Thank you for that.
Monster gas.
yes.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Don't Look Under the Internet, an internet horror comedy podcast.
Holy shit! Did you guys hear that?
Fuck yeah! I'm in it to win it today.
Fucking
I missed everything that was just said.
99.6 episodes deep, and he finally
Yes.
gets it.
Yes, this is Jason.
Hello!
That's Matt.
Hi, I'm gone again, but here at the same time.
Ooh, he's in my sump pump. And I may or may not have recently found out what a sump pump actually does because of that.
See, this podcast is good for your mental health. It teaches you things.
I'll get to that in a second. Doug's dead eyeing me. That's Doug, by the way. He's back too.
I am here.
And I'm
Hello, Doug.
Back!
Gwyneth Paltrow, here to sell you goop that's flavored like my pussy.
My pussy!
So yeah, that was an awkward conversation for me to have with Matt when he was
What?
here. Because Matt, like, I forget how we got on the topic. We got on the topic about
your
my
pussy?
sump
What
pump.
is-
My sump
Oh,
pump.
your sump
Alright.
pump. Okay.
And
Mike, do you know what a vagina is?
Context is key for
we
sure.
got
Oh,
on,
yeah.
we got on the topic about my sump pump. I'm now I have the mic in my hand like I'm a comedian. So I got on the topic about my sump pump. See?
What's the deal with sump pumps?
And I don't remember how we got there, but I was just like, oh yeah, the sump pump. And I said something like, oh, it's really taking the poop out of my house or something dumb. And the way Matt just looks at me is just like, you do know
Couldn't
what
tell
a
if he was
sump pump-
joking or not.
You're just like, you do know what a sump pump does, right? It's like, yeah.
Yeah, clearly.
of course.
That was a joke.
Why don't you say it out loud so we both know that you know? And he's like, it makes us see your basement doesn't flood. I'm like,
Yep.
Yeah, I knew that. I just also thought it had something to do with plumbing. It's like,
Well, I mean, it does.
Well, it's attached to plumbing. It's just not attached to the rest of the plumbing.
yeah, so
I mean, if you shit outside in your yard, it might.
if you shit in your sump pump, it will evacuate it.
Attempt.
It will attempt
They will attempt to suck the poop out.
So I know it's really up to like how strong your sump pump is.
Want to see something else that's strong? Dolody. Housekeeping.
Clap.
I thought he was
Your
about
head.
to rage boner and hit the table underneath him.
No.
Like,
I'm not that
I
strong.
really wasn't prepared for anything.
So I'm going to shout out 3 peeps that I'm going to shout out here. First, it turns out whoever it was right. We butchered Mason McLemore's name. It is McLemore. I was wrong when I was like McLemore or whatever I said.
McLemore.
McLemore. So yeah, he said it's like the rapper guy. So I'm going with McLemore.
Okay.
But
Macklemore is
anyway,
in the channel.
I don't remember if I shouted you out last time. I'm going to do it anyway. Jason Ramella. Hi. Jason Ramella. Hi.
please come to the office. Your family is waiting for you.
The white zone is for loading and unloading only.
If you are lost in this Walmart,
We have Drew, aka Bereshel.
Huh?
Bereshel.
Bereshel.
Bereshel. And then we have
B.
Mag.
Rachel.
Well, there's another one we're going to have to correct next week.
Then we have Magbrush. Hello,
Magbrush.
Magbrush. Are you Magbrush? There's a Magabrush.
Sounds like a fucking
Like a monster truck.
Homestar Runner character.
Oh my god,
It really
is.
does.
Hey, Magbush, how's it going?
Remember when they tried to bring that back for all of one episode and everyone's like, this ain't it.
This belongs.
This belongs,
This belongs where it was.
Yeah.
This was charming when it was made with Flash.
Yep. And we were 14.
If you would like to become a patron, which I know you do, stop lying to yourself, you silly Billy. You can go to patreon.com/deludipod where you could give us something Or you can do that thing where you give us nothing, but then you get nothing in return. So
Well,
like,
again, they still
get
get 4 episodes a week, or a month.
That's true.
But you're not getting all the juicy little tidbits.
That is also accurate.
Yeah.
So, a
Juicy
question:
little tits.
Why
You can hear Mike say smegma.
are we on episode 99.6? The Rock,
The
river,
the Hammer FM.
Hammer.
Why are we on this?
99.6.
The chutzpah.
I mean, do
Well-
you want the real reason, or do you want the
We're
The
going
funny
to go
reason.
with the reason that Doug wants to give us.
Okay.
Wow. All right.
The Doug reason.
So let's just kill the mood real quick. We'll just kill it real quick here. Promise. It's only going to be a couple seconds. But yeah, so we're doing an easy episode because I just got back into town not too long ago. Some of you may be wondering, why were you gone for 2 weeks, you piece of shit? Well, you see, my sweet mother, who was on the podcast, and you can go listen to her episode, lost
Mom.
her battle with cancer, and it was not a fun time for me. But I'm here because I love you guys, and it helps to be around my best friends and the community we built. So we're gonna just do a open to everyone fireside chat for everyone, so that people who aren't a part of the Patreon can see what
Is to
it's
come?
like to pay us to do things. So we'll do that. But yeah, so we're gonna do that for you guys today. We have some questions lined up. And
Yeah,
that's about it.
Just to be clear, most this is the only one that's going to be on our normal catalog. The rest of these you can find on Patreon, where you can also help us come up with what our episode is going to look like by asking us questions. We're also doing episode votes. We're doing a bunch of fun stuff on Patreon right now, so go check it
It's
out.
just whatever we feel like.
Yeah. We fucking
we
figure it
try
out.
really hard to get you guys your content that you pay for, and sometimes it doesn't happen. But you know what?
We have to get creative.
We do.
But yes,
And Patreon, go to Patreon and be a $10 patron, and you can play games with Mike on Sundays. And
Oh, yeah.
sometimes
Every
the
Sunday.
rest of us too.
Sometimes the rest
Yeah.
of us, if the stars align.
I was just on, and we didn't even. That's the funny thing. We didn't even play games last week. We were deciding on games that we're gonna play this coming week.
Oh, hell yeah.
We were just in Steam, just like, here's a cheap game, and everyone's like, Mike's a cheap ass, and I'm like, you're goddamn right I am. I mean, they're like, this one's only $5. I'm like, $5.
There's an idea if every Sunday we want to find a very, like a $1 sale of a multiplayer game.
Oh, we already have a couple.
Oh, fucking hell yes. I love those.
I just bought a game on Steam called Milk Inside a Bag of Milk Inside a Bag of Milk, and it was 49 cents.
Was it worth it?
I haven't played it yet.
Haven't played it.
You should play that on Sunday. If you get
Hell yeah.
lucky, you might be able to see Mike cry. That's what everybody got to see last
Oh,
week.
yeah.
It will happen occasionally. I will once again play horror games, but only if there's another person with me. I won't. Do
I'll
it
play.
alone.
It'll be like when I lived in fucking Caneville all over again.
Yeah.
We drank a handle of vodka at night. Anyway, enough about the past.
But yes, this is a nice, relaxing episode. To
Yeah.
wean ourselves back into everything.
Doug-
now that the whole gang is here.
Doug, we love that you are back. We love you as a person. We are so very, very, very sorry to hear everything that you're going through, but just know that everyone here listening, as well as everyone here talking, is here. So
I appreciate you guys, and I will try to be funny.
Hey, I missed you, and I'm just glad your presence is restored and that you're not too mad at us. Only a little bit.
To be fair, if I've seemed mad in the past week of talking to you guys, it's because I am like really trying to stop smoking.
he is.
So
He is.
It has been not fun.
Yeah.
Not fun.
A little angsty over there.
A little bit. I'm like waiting for like the 2-hour mark to hit, so I'm like,
God damn
fucking nicotine in my body.
That's fair.
Hey, Doug, how are you? How about you go fuck yourself?
How about you eat my ass, you little bitch?
Okay.
Things I want to
Jesus.
say all day to my coworkers.
So here's what I want, real quick.
What do you?
I want. Hang on, shush. Do you hear
Okay.
that? It's
was that a
crackling
fart? Was that a fart?
fart?
Was that a fucking shit?
I hear the crackling of a fire.
Oh.
Ooh, was that a? Do you hear that owl? Hear that owl?
What? Is the owl on fire?
I'm gonna have to
No,
find one
we're outside
fucking
in the woods.
Yeah.
It's
clip
like
of a
outside.
fire that's
You're
like
gonna-
10 seconds long that I'm gonna have to. Oh.
No.
It's Doug's first
I got
week
you.
back,
I
and
got
it's
you.
supposed to be an easy episode. And you're gonna do this to him.
I have a 20 minutes
Okay, good.
fire thing you can borrow.
Perfect.
Just rip the audio from the Yule log thing.
There you go.
Oh,
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah.
Smart. Very smart.
Yeah.
Was that the sounds of a man making a ham sandwich?
You know, we should not have illustrated how easy that was because
It's really funny actually because
Someone
this
get
is the
this
first
hobo out of
episode
the
that
woods.
this is actually the first episode that Mike is getting to edit with his new computer.
that's fantastic.
Matt, bad news. Computer
Oh.
died.
My cat spilled another 2-liter of Coke.
Oh man.
Well, let's go over some of these questions here.
Let's get into this a little bit. Do you guys just want to start off with a? Well, actually, this one looks kind of like a softball.
Yes, and here's the thing: we're gonna do the questions, and we're gonna put the names of whoever said the question on there.
We'll read the question. We'll say who did it.
We'll say their name, their address, their social.
Dox the shit out of them. Yeah.
If you're in the Patreon listening right now, and one of your questions comes up, if you don't want us to like put your name to it, let us know after. We'll just bleep it.
Yeah,
Some people
absolutely.
don't
Got
like
about
that, so.
no. They've got about the 5 seconds before we start between when we start reading the question.
That's
and
true.
Say their name to just say it in chat.
If you
Otherwise-
ask
Just
us a
that
question,
window, you're fucked.
And
SOL.
here we go. Flannery Crump.
yeah, if you asked us a question, you are basically giving us all rights to all the things.
That was in the fine.
Yeah, I'm going to read the question. I'll say who said it based on your name on whatever platform you sent us the question, and then we'll
go for
hopefully fill your brains with a bunch of knowledge that you probably don't need, but you're going to get anyway. So, do you guys want to get into it? Maybe we can teach the people a little bit more about us.
Yes, I will start with the first
'Cause
one.
no,
Sport
you-
is up my alley.
Well, I was gonna say, why don't we all just pick one
Okay, we
that
can do
wanna
that.
do, and then we'll delete it from the doc, and then we'll just keep going.
Okay.
I feel like this is a recipe for us to fuck something up.
Yep,
Why don't we just do
100%.
them in order.
Yep.
Yeah, you guys are
I just
thinking
don't
way
trust
too on
this.
it. Yep.
That's why I was just like, I'll just read them, but I guess we're not doing that anymore. So go ahead, Mike.
Well, I got it on the big screen.
Yeah, that's fine. Go
So,
ahead.
boys, would you rather fight one giant tooth or a million small teeth?
And that was sent to us by Flannery
Flannery
Crump. Thank you
Crump.
so much, Flannery Crump.
Now, my question is, how giant a tooth?
I'm gonna go.
Let's define giant first. We got to define that before we can define anything else about this question. Can you go to that tab
Here,
to the right there, Mike?
I got it, because
Usually this question is one human-sized whatever or
Yeah.
one whatever-sized, like one smaller size. So I'm going to go with human-sized tooth.
Okay.
Yeah. What's the
Like a
definition?
reasonable human.
So so the tooth is the size of one like average human.
Yeah, like
and
a
then-
170-pound tooth.
Small teeth. Let's say the small teeth are like the size of like baby hamsters.
Hmm.
Okay.
I don't
would
know,
just say
because
no,
a tooth, like an
Well,
actual
yeah, that's still
tooth,
bigger than a tooth.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
small teeth. So it'd have to be like
Yeah.
the size of like a
baby
tic-tac.
tooth. No, you ever seen a cat's tooth?
yeah, it's like that.
We got oh yeah, those are dog teeth. Those are puppy teeth. So let's say the size of a puppy tooth.
Sure.
Since we have that sitting here,
I don't remember which one that is.
I don't know.
Anyway, but yeah. So
Let's just say Tic Tacs.
I'm gonna go with.
Yeah.
I would probably try taking on the giant tooth. Like, okay, so is this like does it have any like qualities to it that
So-
like does it have hands? Does it just
Nope,
like,
nope.
stumble over to me? Is it sentient?
The way I'm reading this is that if they wanted like modifiers to what a tooth is, they would have included it. That's at least how I approached it. So I'm guessing this is one giant angry tooth that for some reason knows how to fight you and knows where you are.
I've seen this before.
So I feel like the problem with I agree. I think a giant tooth is easier to deal with than lots of mini teeth, because depending on if we are we classifying the teeth as sentient and they can fight back,
I'm gonna assume they're kind
because
of
if
like
it's a giant
Yeah.
tooth, it's just going to be trying to thwomp you.
yeah, it's a thwomp. Yeah.
Yeah, like from Mario. Like
hmm
Now, if there's a lot of little teeth, they can kind of overcome you
Yeah.
quite quickly.
I think
yeah,
yeah.
I'm thinking if they're like acting as a swarm.
Yeah.
You're basically dealing with like calcium nanobots.
If you've
Yeah.
got a hive mind, like a hive mind
Hive
of
tooth?
teeth, like I think you might be fucked here. The big one would be, I mean, it would hurt if you let it hit you. I feel like one big one is way easier to dodge.
Uh-huh.
or at least deal with.
You can see it coming a lot better.
I also kind of picture the giant tooth as being like it follows you at the same speed as the people from It Follows. Like so, just like a slow jaunt.
I imagine it just has to lay down and roll.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like a hot dog down a hill.
I think that depends. I think it depends on like what the how fast this thing can move. And that's the determining factor here. But if we're doing both can move at the exact same speed, I think I would go one giant tooth. I think.
Yeah. I think we're all in agreement here that one giant tooth is definitely the move.
And post. All right.
The schmove.
Well, thank you for that one, Flannery Crump.
We appreciate you.
Yeah.
I don't really know what else to say about that. Can we come up with like a sentence?
Next time, if you ask us a question like that, give lots of variables.
Be like a paragraph.
Yeah.
So this whole stat sheet.
Give me a novel. Make a D&D creature.
Yeah, basically.
I will say this next one does leave a lot more. This one does leave room for some special abilities, maybe some heatedness here, because I think we might have all different opinions. This next one was sent to us by one Quangus McDungus. Thank you, Quangus McDungus. In a Diluti fight to the death, who wins?
I am going to say Moot, only because this man woke up after heavy drinking to go run like 5 miles in my neighborhood.
Oh yeah,
Most athletic.
No, I can just run away. That doesn't mean I can fight.
No, but you got cardio on your hands, so you'll be able to like outmaneuver us and shit. I'll
just wear you down.
Yeah, exactly.
If he can run circles around us and just drag it out like that, yeah, sure. I
don't know. I'm going with Doug. I think Doug
Sleeper.
just seems like he has just a latent rage to him.
just suppressed rage.
He's just like holding it down. And you just really do the wrong thing to trigger it. It's fucking over, man.
It's like the difference between fucking Bruce Banner and the Hulk. As soon as you do something wrong, just you're done. Fuck you.
Yeah, no shit. I mean, just all of a sudden I'm just like going Super Saiyan on an ass. But I was actually gonna say Jason because I just feel like I don't know why I was thinking Jason, but like I just feel like he would just pull out like the dirtiest tricks or something.
Okay.
Yeah. See, I was gonna go with Mike because I've played Super Smash Brothers with Mike, and holy fucking shit,
am I good at sucking you up a curb?
He will hide in a bush the whole time.
He's a survivor. He's a survivor.
I took inspiration from Beyonce.
You're gonna get stronger.
You're
gonna work harder.
I will survive.
Whopper.
He's got this dexterity about him. I think he could probably kite you around, and when you're least expecting it, do something that you're not expecting.
I appreciate you putting me in the ring, but if we were betting, you would lose that bet 9 times out of 10. I am not the sleeper you think I am.
I said the same shit when we played Super Smash, and then you just fucking mopped the floor with everybody.
Mike has no pride that would prevent him from just like
outskirt my
doing
pride.
just the most pansy moves possible. Like I feel like nothing would be below Mike.
See, and that's another reason I think he would win is because like pride doesn't play into it. Like you don't want to win by doing things like by the book. You just want to win.
Well, his go-to move would be basically to egg you on when you're the last person left, and then you just, for whatever reason, never be able to hit him.
Yeah.
And then you'd get tired, and then he'd find, you lacking, and then bop you, and then
I used to when I was a kid, I'd go at people with the windmill.
Like Fry when he thinks he's a fucking battle droid.
Yeah, I used to do that to people.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think the biggest thing is like if I was actually in a situation where I had to punch Mike in the face, I don't think I could bring myself to do it.
That's
too damn cute.
Like, it is. It's like punching a child. It's like you can't do it.
I'm about to be a father. Think about what you're doing.
That's if you do that, you are signing up for years of therapy. Like that's where.
I could absolutely punch Doug or Jason. Either one.
Yeah.
But I just couldn't do it to myself.
No.
Why do you want to punch me, Maddie? What did I do?
Anytime I see like any act of violence, it would just flash back to that split second before my fist connected, and I would just feel so fucking bad.
And that's when the record scratch. Yep, that's me.
Yep, that's me. I bet you're wondering how I got
See,
here.
but here's the other thing. Matt, not only Matt got the cardio, but he's a good sized dude.
Oh, yeah.
Matt, you got the speed. I'm telling you, like if you were a boxer,
He's got the youth.
you'd float
Yeah,
like
he's
a
got the youth
butterfly,
on
sting
us.
like a bee. Shane.
Yeah.
I've got a thick neck. I don't know.
I'm giving it to Matt, man. You are built like an athlete. And
That's good for intimidating
would-
roars, by the way.
What?
He said he's a fat neck.
You gotta give me more.
He can yell.
That's all
loud.
he said. So
okay.
I don't know what else to give you,
You
man.
yell loud.
Oh. So for some reason, I was thinking of roar as like an entity. Like,
Oh no! Like you're making a noise with your ginormous
no,
throat.
okay.
I went
Gotcha.
I went
All right.
straight to World of Warcraft.
Wow, we're all going different directions.
So
Yeah.
it seems like somehow we've all gotten on different.
Yeah, I don't know if we
Answer.
can. Does that help anybody here? Is there? Have we actually answered this?
I don't know. I guess we'll have to do a bracket.
We'll set up our own.
No, we're gonna do a fucking
Creator
creator
clash.
boxing thing. Yeah,
oh my
creator clash.
god.
Somebody call iDubbbz.
We'll get our
Get us
very
on.
just the four of us will do it. We'll
right, so-
mud wrestle in my base.
So how about we do this? Let's do this. Which of the two of us can we just eliminate from the running? Do we have a suggestion there?
Oh, you can just say me.
Okay, yeah. Mike's out.
I'm mad enough to admit I'm not winning any fights.
I would
Okay.
probably eliminate myself only because I'm just not a fighter. I just feel like I'm just like chill. I'm just
Okay,
You're
here's
like, fuck it. This
have-
is not worth it.
have you-
exactly.
Matt. Have you ever gotten in a fight in your life?
I have hit someone before.
Okay, so, I mean I'm gonna count that. Doug, have you either hit someone or gotten into a fight?
When I was a kid, but it wasn't really a fight.
Jason?
Yeah.
You have?
Mhm.
Both or just one or the other?
Fight and hit someone?
Yeah. Okay, I guess that goes hand in hand.
Yeah.
I have not done either. I have not hit someone or gotten into a fight. So
Okay.
I'm gonna say I'm immediately out for lack of experience of just punching a person.
That's fair.
You never beat your own. No,
Never beat somebody else's meat
You ever just beat
my
someone
meat.
off? Just
just because they were looking at you funny.
Yeah. I personally I'm giving it to Matt. Giving it to Matt. I think we can knock me out pretty easy. I would say just out of sheer experience, probably Doug, only because like Doug said, hasn't gotten in an altercation with anyone outside of being a wee lad.
I think I'd also have to hand it to Matt, just simply because he's a fine specimen of musculature and
That would
skeletal.
be a matchup, though. You two, you're about the same height. You could roughly say the same build, but his weight's in muscle in like
I
arms.
think
Yours is in tummy.
he exercises more.
Yours is in tummy gut.
Now
His
if
is in
Mass is mass, man.
mass is mass.
Cultivating mass. Cultivating mass.
See, now it depends. If we're doing like a fist fight, I think he would win. But if we're doing like a only
Can I
like
belly
wrestling,
flop on you?
like restraining, I think I would win.
question is
Simply because I do it every day.
Has Jason been drinking or not?
Ooh,
Oh,
that's a good
point.
question.
You know what? I would say peak both. So yes, I would say let him get like
If
shit
peak,
face.
peak drunk Jason would win.
Yeah,
I've
and
seen
peak-
this man
peak
go
drunk
through
me wouldn't
a
win.
wall.
No, you don't
and
have to be
fine.
You don't have to be drunk, Matt. It's peak you and your top physical condition
Yeah.
versus absolutely blackout. Jason.
Jason's just not going to feel anything.
That is-
though.
that is
Sober
true,
me
though.
is
Yeah.
going to feel.
That is true, and you are right, Doug. This man did fly down a flight of stairs and got
Oh,
up
you
like,
both have
Yeah,
seen
I
that
think-
on
I think
separate
we've all-
occasions.
multiple
I think we've arrived at an
Twice.
answer. I think Jason's good.
You're right.
So
you
no,
fallen
if-
downstairs twice.
Twice,
And immediately
yeah.
recovered.
I'd just been fine apparently. No, yeah. So if I'm blackout, it's a different story than if I'm like if I.
It's not
I'm
even.
not.
They weren't even small flights
so
of stairs.
yeah, we have
I-
two different conclusions here. If
like
Jason has
30
been
steps.
drinking heavily, he would win. If not, Matt would win.
100%. Yep. I have to have no coherence whatsoever, and then I think I have a chance of winning. Otherwise, 100% goes to Matt.
You drink my beer. It's in your hand, and you just fall downstairs at him.
That was probably more than this person that was bargained for asking this.
Yeah,
Right?
probably.
I just imagine.
And because I'm sure people listening are wondering, the person that I hit I was 13, and one of my friends like casually insulted me, and I punched him in the face and made his nose bleed. And I was totally in the wrong, 100%. So
I mean,
Hey, I was totally in the wrong for the person I hit too. It was at a skate park when I was I don't know,
you guys were so edgy.
13 or 14 or some shit like that, and this kid was like trying to learn how to skateboard, and he just kept like getting in my way, so I yelled, "You fucking suck!" And apparently his big brother was there, so he came over and tried acting tough, and then
It's not how you kickflip, and just beating the shit out of him.
this is how you kickflip.
I just imagine you, like, if you were to ever get blackout drunk and try to fight someone, it's just you're always starting at the top of the stairs
and just coming down the Liu Kang style.
this is Jason's special move.
and it's just that meme from that's going around of Black Adam where it's just like the GoPro still of his face. And it's just Jason just hitting terminal velocity at this person.
Hey man, it's effective.
I'm imagining Liu Kang style, just like
Woo! Bicycle kick. Okay, so I think we settled there. It depends on the alcohol.
yeah.
No like modifiers. 100% Matt. But if I'm blackout, like rage gremlin
No
drunk, then
modifiers.
can you tell I DM too much?
What's our next one?
All right, so the next one is what cryptid / ARG freaked you out the most?
Welcome
and this
back.
was by Craig.
Craig.
Freaked me out the most.
So do we just want to do one of each, a cryptid and ARG?
I think it's just universal.
I think just either or.
Out of all of them, yeah. I mean, so the cryptids don't freak me out as much as they just fascinate me.
Yeah, cryptids don't really.
I like
Freak me
cryptids
out.
kind of like how
Like if I stumbled across one in real life, of course I'm gonna be terrified. Like if I stumble across the
Oh, yeah.
Loch Ness monster, I'm shitting my pants
Well,
right there.
unless it's
But,
the Fresno Nightcrawlers.
Yeah, but like the concept of it, it's
You're
more
shitting their
fascinating
pants.
than scary. Yes. ARG wise though, like I was legitimately uncomfortable with Kepler E and 2H32. I know those aren't really like ARGs. to
Kep 3
say.
is definitely an ARG.
Yeah.
But that's the
2H32 is more of like an unfiction.
The
But
first thing that came to mind was Kep 3, just because that was when we were young, dumb, and full of cum, getting right into this, and
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't like this. I always thought we would just look up weird things on the internet, and meanwhile, it's like, watch this guy get a railroad spike down his throat, and I'm like, I don't.
So that was the one the ARG that freaked you the most was Kepler.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It is creepy. I mean,
It's very fucking creepy.
It's disturbing.
Matt, what was yours?
My ARG that creeped me out.
Was
the
it the
most,
one that you made?
probably
It's
probably meat sleep.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh,
Like,
and meat
sleep. Like
Yeah.
it was hampered a little bit by the fact that I knew it was fake going in,
Mhm.
but I think I don't know. It's visually disturbing.
It's very
And
visually disturbing.
I can imagine someone who didn't know what was going on watching it being very.
very disturbed.
Did you guys
Yeah.
know that Matt made an ARG? That's wild.
I did know
Have I
that.
mentioned
I don't remember.
And he kept
this.
hydrated while he was making it by
Yeah.
drinking liquid death
Yeah.
sparkling water.
I'm gonna look up real quick. You, Doug, go ahead. with
Yeah, what
your
was
answer.
yours, Doug?
Well, I guess because I watched it before I really
Yep.
understood the concept of ARGs, like I'd probably have to say Ash Vlogs.
That's my answer too.
Because when you stumble across Ash Vlogs on your own without knowing what this community is, it's a little disturbing to say the least. Because you're like, are you allowed to put this
Are
on
you alive?
YouTube? Like, is that okay to do? Like, I'm not really sure. I don't know. I want to say Ash Vlogs, but there's a part of me that also kind of wants to say fucking Marble Hornets.
Oh, okay.
Because it's just a really good watch as
Yeah.
is. But yeah, probably Ash Vlogs.
Yeah. That's where I'm at too.
Yeah.
And for the same reason, it was one of those ones that I stumbled across without knowing what and like really what the world of ARGs held.
right.
And so I saw it on YouTube, and then when you find those like hidden links and shit, you're like, what the fuck? Has somebody called this girl? Like, where is she?
Someone bring her some
Someone
juice.
do something.
Yeah, exactly. And when you have that kind of panic about you when you're watching something, like, I don't know how else to like supplement that, especially going into other ARGs, knowing they're ARGs.
right.
So that one, the fear factor was there for me simply because I thought it was fucking real the first time I saw it. So
Well, especially doing this podcast, it's like,
dude,
you
I've
get
gotten
so desensitized to everything that you watch.
See, I never really watched like ARGs or anything until we started doing this. I knew like the concept of marbled hornets. I just never watched it because I was like, it's a Slender Man show. I don't.
It's a Slender Man show.
Right.
I was like, I feel like I don't care about that. Like, it's whatever. I didn't understand that it's a whole concept. You know, it's a world building thing. Until we actually started doing this, I'm like, there's more than Slenderman. What else is out there?
Yeah.
Or, you mean to tell me these aren't marbled hornets?
These hornets have not been marbled.
Simple Simon is suggesting Seinfeld, but make it Slender Man.
Slenderfeld?
Slenderfeld.
Hey, Jerry.
Static.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
What was yours again, Matt? Oh, Meat Sleep.
Meat Sleep.
That's right.
That was that was visually disturbing, is what that was. That's
And
like,
I think
go ahead.
a
Sorry.
lot of Meat Sleep is like when you watch ARGs that have like a lot of ARGs and analog horror and stuff do the visual effects really well, but like most of it you can tell it's visual effects. Meat Sleep does a really good job of, I think, of just being like, that's maggots in meat. Like,
Yep.
Is that a penis?
Can't fake that.
Is that a shit?
Is that a dookie?
I will say that Craig does have so that question brought to us by Craig. Thank you, Craig. He does have a follow-up. We don't have to spend a whole lot of time on this one, but I think it is important. I think it's very important that we all know, what's your favorite flavor of soap?
Irish Springs. No,
flavor.
Pert.
Not scent, flavor.
Well, Irish Springs tastes like Shamrock Shake.
no, it tastes like gin.
Yeah, Irish Springs, that one that, like, you know, you rub it on your body and then your balls get all tingly because it's got that fucking whatever inside of it, where you're like, oh my god, everything's tingling right now.
You know the slogan, Irish Spring, it'll make you jizz.
It'll make you cum.
Irish Spring,
dick.
Come on.
That corporate slogan.
Yeah.
Irish Spring or Pert. It's right there. Even though Pert's more of a shampoo. My grandpa used to use Brute cologne.
That sounds right.
So what does Pert taste like?
Pert tastes like
Percocets?
No, Pert tastes
Percocets?
Pert tastes like
The word with bird?
like rusty bottom of the bottle vodka.
Rusty?
Yeah.
Bottom of the vodka? Okay.
Like it's that mixture of like
why is the bottom of your bottles of vodka rusty?
No, I just buy the bottle. I don't look
Are you
at
putting vodka in metal? In iron?
I don't look at how they're manufactured.
Where
man.
are
I
you
just
buying
buy
it? Off the street?
I'm buying it from the man behind the CVS.
Right.
Does it come in a manufacturer bottle, or is it just kind of a
He said so.
smart water
It's
bottle?
in a Ziploc bag, and in the bag there's probably like a nail or something.
Needles,
Yeah, he said it helps with my immune system.
I only drink vodka that's been marinated in used heroin needles.
Yeah,
So
good stuff. Hell yeah.
I don't honestly think we have to put too much time on this.
no, we don't. Doug, what's your favorite
Sorry,
flavor of soap?
Craig.
I don't know. I really like Harry's soap right now. That's pretty good.
Okay, Matt, what do you got?
I also put down Irish Spring, and I was gonna make some sort of joke about grading it onto something. I'm not gonna. I don't know. That's what I actually use. So
S tier soap.
there you go.
Yeah,
It's soap.
yeah.
Old Spice.
I'm also
because it's
on-
just spice.
On Team Harry's, shit's just nice. Makes
It
you
is
feel
nice.
Good. Makes you feel pretty.
Bowie.
Yep.
George Zowie.
George Zowie. Yep.
Guess
Yep.
who's
Yep.
back?
Back
That looks
again.
funny on camera, I'm sure. Our
Meta.
our next one goes out from It's Fro. And
Hey,
it
Matt,
reads-
do you want to read this one? Do you have this up?
Shit. Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
Fro says, "What are some of the biggest challenges you guys face having a podcast, and how many of them are Mike's fault?"
I'm just gonna start the timer.
Yep. Just gonna make sure we have exactly 10 minutes for this one, not any more.
I can answer this.
I can answer it.
I can answer this.
I can
I
answer
think we
your
all have
answer.
opinions.
We do. And actually, you know what? This is gonna be a healthy segment for this podcast.
This is gonna be the rest of the episode, bro. You have done it. Now.
I've already written my resignation letter for the show. Here we go.
Well, don't do that.
Well, go ahead and start it off, Moot J. Simpson.
Okay, so the biggest challenges are absolutely just like getting everybody on the same page all the time. And
It's like doing a fucking D&D session.
It is.
It is herding cats,
Yep.
but the cats are doing the herding.
But the cats are on
It
meth.
is- yeah.
As if horses were trying to herd the cats.
Yeah, pretty much.
We make plans, and then we'll sit down and spend like an hour remaking those plans, and then when it comes to actually executing the plan that we made, we will like sit down and redo it again because either we've forgotten or we realize that the plan that we made wasn't going to work, or more often than not, we have planned to do something ahead, like in preparation for the thing that we planned, and then we just didn't do that.
Yep.
And so now we're just trying to figure out how we can adjust at the last minute to compensate.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I think I would agree with you there, Matt. We have good intentions, I think. I think that we all are wholeheartedly in this. I just think when it comes time to actually follow through, and after we've gone to sleep for the night and woken up the next day with the semi-terrible hangovers that we probably have, our brains then go, shit, we made a lot of promises, didn't we?
yeah.
I think a big thing for us is that we all have lives outside of this.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And because this isn't a full-time job for us, which obviously is something that we would love for it to be.
Oh, yeah.
But we don't make that kind of money from this podcast. This is just a passion project at the moment.
Yeah. It
that we
basically
can't
pays
do
for
that.
itself.
Yeah, we enjoy doing it. We we love the community we've made.
Hell yeah.
If we never become super mega famous from this, it's not really any sweat off our back or anything like that. So I think the biggest challenge for us is the fact that we all have full-time jobs and we have lives outside of this that really interfere with it a lot.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, that's a big reason why we end up doing things the way that I just described, is because it's like, well, we intended to do this, but now Jason has to work. Mike has to life
I
stuff.
have dad thing.
Yeah. I mean,
my mom passed away.
Life just comes up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what
I got to be able to joke about it.
That's absolutely fair, and that's how I deal with my own personal tragedies as well. So, but no, I think yes, the hardest thing that we deal with is being able to separate our what we want to be our passion, our hobby project, which is this, and being able to separate that from our regular lives. It does eat up a decent amount of time, and especially with what our goals are. We would all love this to be a full-time gig. It'd be great if we could just 5 days a week get together, sit down, drink some beers, and record. That sounds like the fucking dream life, if I'm being 100% honest. But shit doesn't work out like that all the time. So
Sometimes you get poop in your shoe.
sometimes you get poop in your shoes. Sometimes you see a dude with 3 assholes. There's just you don't know what life's gonna throw at you. So we all have to provide for either ourselves or somebody else important to us. So that's. I hate to say that that's the biggest obstacle for us growing our show is the people that we love. But I mean, unfortunately it is.
Word that better.
I will say too, Matt came in, pretty recently, obviously, and he doesn't know a lot of the people that the three of us know.
Yeah. Oh, that's, yep.
And we have a really close knit friend group.
It's weird. If we're being honest.
It's weird, and it may be a little codependent.
Yeah.
But
A little?
just a smidge codependent.
It's very codependent.
But we do things with that group of friends all the time.
Yep.
We are constantly with them on the weekends because that's just how we are, and that's how we've been for the last 5 fucking years that I've known
More than
all
that.
of you.
It's past
I know.
decade.
Well, I just found out me and Naomi have known each other for 5 years, which
Okay.
means I've known you for about 7,
6 to 7,
6
yeah.
to 7, which is kind of crazy
Yeah.
when you think about it.
Yeah.
Which means I've sort of known you for about 6 to 7, even though we worked together, but we didn't really know each other at first, which is also a little weird. But
Yeah, in the grand scheme of things, we've known each other for almost 10 years, just not talking.
close knit, yeah. So it's been, a lot of there's a lot of that because like our friends are needy and they want to hang out all the time, and
They are
We
needy.
make it sound really bad.
Weirdos.
It's not bad.
it's not bad at all.
I would
How
argue,
dare you have a healthy, loving group of friends
Yeah.
that want to see you every day?
So so my answer to this is way different from your guys', I feel.
Okay.
I think the biggest problem we have kind of stems from us having like the full-time stuff. It's kind of in the same realm, but it's the fact that there's just
It's way different,
way
but it's
different.
really the same reason.
It's the same thing, but it's very
there's
different.
just like we
'Cause
said
I'm
before. Yeah, like we said before, there's just not enough time in the fucking day.
That's
And we want to
Yeah.
do these like extravagant episodes, but when it comes down to it, we only have 1 week to establish an outline to make sure everyone is able to research it while also doing our 40 to
Holy
45
shit.
hour a week job. Also, while taking care of, friends, loved ones.
then we got our
my-
free time
my
in there where we're
pregnant
supposed to
wife.
relax.
Yeah, then
Like,
there's your
My wife.
decompressing time, which is out the fucking window.
out the window.
Along with the other things, because it's not just the outline you have to take care of. It's also like the YouTube videos on Matt's side of thing. It's the social media stuff that I've been lacking on. It's keeping up with bonus episodes.
I don't.
Editing in general.
It's editing. It's
Well,
the
that's-
bonus episodes. There's a
It's
lot
a
that
lo-
we try to cram into 1 week.
You guys don't realize this, but we lack in a
And
lot of areas.
This is not.
I know. I think they do know that.
Disclaimer.
We've just spent like the entire answer to this question just being like we don't know what we're
We
doing.
fucking
and It's
suck.
a fucking mess.
Yeah, right. Well, I just want to say disclaimer, like this isn't us like complaining. It's just us realizing like the things that we want to get done is something that if we don't put every like last minute of free time
Yeah.
into, it's
Yep.
not going to be done.
Right.
And that's the hurdle that we're getting over is realizing, hey, if we want to do this, we have to do it right. We can't half-ass it.
we have to do it right,
And
or it
we've
has to
been
be a hobby.
half-assing it.
Fro just said shit. Did I just end the podcast?
If anything, literally, we were having this exact same discussion
Yeah.
before we started recording.
No,
So now
way,
we're just putting it on air.
way to have your fucking finger on the pulse of the zeitgeist.
yeah,
there.
where we're
Right.
just deciding like now is the time that we have to do or die, put the quality, time, and effort into for you guys.
Yeah, we have to nut up basically and fucking
Yeah.
get our shit together because like we said, life will give you a lot of curveballs that you just can't really account for.
Yeah.
But if we want to go further, bigger, and better with this, we're gonna kind of start having to
hunker
go
down.
into overdrive, and I think
Yeah.
think that's what we're gonna do. And
Mhm.
I really think you guys are gonna be pleased with episode 100 once.
Yeah,
we finally
once we
get there.
Yeah.
We
Okay,
might have a
okay.
0.7, a 0.8. Who knows?
We have
I
1
fucking
minute.
hope not.
Patreon.com/theludipod.
We have 1 minute 45 seconds left on this topic because
Okay.
we wanted to keep it in 10 minutes each. So quick,
Yeah.
how much of the problems are my fault? Go.
80%.
I knew it.
I honestly was gonna say about 20%.
Yeah, it's really not 80%.
It's I think we all provide an equal share of
I,
problems.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think we all contribute 25% of the problem.
Yeah,
to
I
be
agree.
honest.
Yeah.
we all have different problems. We all have to just kind of fucking.
Except Matt, he's an angel. He does nothing wrong.
Matt's perfect. Don't like. Okay, so 33% of the problems are Mike's. So he will.
25% of them are orthon.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. So you can split up because you've got multiple
Right. The
personalities
only
going on.
offload.
Yeah, exactly.
Matt is part of 1% of the problem only because of the slight lag that Discord has because he's not living here in my basement.
Yeah, doing it in person last weekend and then going back to doing this is awful.
It's a night and day difference, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
I'll
Oh,
just
man.
move out here, bro.
Yeah.
We talked
Ever think
about it.
that.
Literally, if it wasn't for my mom, if you can convince my mom to move to Illinois, then
Highest taxes in the
All right.
States, man.
yeah, that'll win her over, baby.
All right, give me them digits. What are they?
Yeah. Hit me
She
up
docs
with your
just lied to
mom's.
my mom's DM.
Let's just dox your mom on air real quick. Let's go.
So
If I could get Janine's as well, actually.
So the next topic. This next one comes from Ryan McGee, which unfortunately isn't super mega Ryan McGee. It's someone even more important because he's giving us Patreon money.
Yeah,
What's
exactly.
up, Ryan? Mwah. Meat or spaghetti? I think he means
So
do you
there
prefer.
are so many meats.
What is that?
I think what he means is do you prefer like your spaghetti to
in
be
your
more
pasta sauce?
meat heavy or more sauce heavy. I think that's what they mean.
Or are you saying, do you put meat in your spaghetti sauce
Yeah.
versus not?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Meat sauce.
Meat sauce.
is the answer.
Meat.
I would agree. It needs some sort of meat in there.
Now, if they're just asking
Meat or
meat
spaghetti?
or this one specific type of noodle,
It's still meat.
it's still meat.
It's still meat. Yeah.
But like, I don't know how to approach this one. If I'm being honest.
I'm going with the meat sauce over regular sauce part of this. I'm going with meat sauce.
No, you're wrong.
Meat and
Really?
Yeah, I think that's what he meant is meat sauce.
Oh,
or
I
sauce
thought you were
sauce.
picking a side there.
No, I think he meant meat
Oh,
meat in
okay.
your spaghetti sauce or just sauce no meat.
Gotcha. See,
think
that
that's
makes
what
more sense.
Yeah.
I'm a
Spagoot or spameat?
yes.
What was it?
Spag balls and meat getty.
Meat-getty.
Fucking spag balls.
Yeah, it looks like we all just agreed right then and there.
Yeah, no,
Meat.
that was easy. That's
I prefer the sauce on my spaghetti to basically just be ground meat with
Oh.
like tomato flavor.
Right.
Oh no, that's I
no,
it needs the
100%.
sauce. It needs the
See,
sauce.
I'm out.
It does need sauce, but I agree. I like a thick meat ratio.
No, I like a
No.
good
My
sauce.
sauce.
It needs the
No.
meat for the flavor, but it needs to be a bit more sauce heavy.
no fucking meat. I am out
don't like
on
the sauce at all?
I am out on meat in my spaghetti sauce.
Oh, I enjoy it, but just
Oh,
for a
so
little
Jason's
bit.
the one that doesn't
Oh,
agree.
Yeah, no. If you guys are,
Weird.
fuck the meat on. If I want meat on my spaghetti, I will just make like a, I don't know, a fucking sausage
chicken
penne
parm?
or something. Yeah,
Oh.
like something that it's supposed to have meat.
did I
But-
say sausage parm?
No, you said chicken
I'm
parm.
on team
Okay.
like 70% meat, 10% onions,
15%
Yeah.
concentrated power of will.
5% pleasure for the
Yeah, you
I'm
know.
on I'm on team like 15% meat, 85% sauce.
I'm-
It needs the meat for a little bit of taste.
If I have to have meat, I'm at like 5% meat. Max.
So I want a good thick noodle. I don't want no angel hair shit.
Yeah.
I want a thick nude, and I want a fucking.
Thick nude with some meat and
I want like
Hell yeah.
I don't want like a soupy sauce. I want like a thick
You want like a
paste that's
girthy-
covering my noodle
I need
and
a
the
thick,
meat. Like
meaty dude.
I don't care if it's swimming in a sauce or not.
You want
I want the sauce to be just basically caking the shit ton of meat that is now in my nudes.
So
you want a meaty noodle casing is what you need.
So you want like a
I want a
meatloaf
thick
with
outer meaty shell
party.
to my noodle.
you want like a reverse corn dog using noodles and ground meat. A meat lined noodle is what you need.
Think of a nerd's rope, but with spaghetti
a
and then
spaghetti
meat
noodle with
just-
meat on top of it.
Oh,
yeah.
hell yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
That-
This is
that's
what
kind of what I'm
Doug
thinking.
wants. Doug wants a spaghetti corn dog.
But also,
Why does that exist?
why?
That's what you want.
I mean, kind of, but
I mean, now
Not
that you
really.
pulled a picture up,
It doesn't look bad.
I have to just put this out there.
We've
I
been
had
on this way too much.
I am enthralled with carbonaras right now.
okay, enthralled with them.
Like I order it pretty much wherever I
you
go
a
right
sim?
now.
That's like the only thing my Sims ever want to make is fucking gooey carbonara.
Have you had a good carbonara lately, Matt?
Let's move on to the
Because
next
they're the
question.
fucking get rid of the fucking peas. We don't need the fucking peas in a
You
carbonara.
said that
Get
with
rid of the
that-
get rid of the rest of the
bacon
questions
and that
too.
fucking white
You
sauce.
said that with such
God.
earnest in your voice. Have you had a good carbonara, man?
It'll change your life, bro.
Never seen
It'll change your fucking life.
No one's
I-
talked to me before like a dad like that, like, son, have you had a good carbonara? Like you're having the talk with me.
Timmy, you ever seen a grown man naked?
Okay, the only reason I bring this up is because last fucking Valentine's Day, I went to the city with Liz and we went to a place called Sienna Tavern, and they had a
Sienna Tavern? How could
Sienna.
you see it?
Sienna.
they had. It would be funny if you could hear, but they had a like a special chef like from it wasn't it was like Top Chef or whatever, basically guest chefing there.
Okay.
And I got a carbonara, or well, I didn't get a carbonara. Lissa got a carbonara there, and I got a ravioli, and it was like seriously the best pasta I've ever had in my fucking life. Like it literally, like I came,
Oh God.
like I ate it, and I just came and I shit and I farted all at the same time.
Pure ecstasy.
Be-
You
best
voided?
pasta I've ever had. I made.
Nope. 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 Nope.
But yeah, that end rant carbonara's.
Next question.
Oh, are we
High
done? We're
quality
done
pasta.
here.
Yeah.
We're done here.
Jason, go ahead with the next question.
Now that Mike has said we're done here, we're done here. Ooh,
We weren't even answering the question.
that's fair. We were going on tangents, and also this is a good one, and this goes back to our Chat GPT episode for sure. What horror trope scares the fuck out of you? And this question brought to you by The Power. Thank you, The Power.
The power.
What horror trope scares the fuck out of you? If you
All,
had
let me guess. All.
Kind of, yes.
all of the each.
No, I love subtle horror, like background horror. I've talked about it before on bonus episodes, but when there's like creepy shit going on in the background and it's never addressed, you just have to see it to know it's there.
So I want to say I agree with you on that
Creepy as
because
shit.
it's typically paranormal shit,
Mhm.
and I love paranormal shit. Gets me, like it gets me.
See, like the back, like the details, like
Yep.
the horrors in the details
Yep.
type thing.
Love that shit.
Okay.
Right.
I'd say mine. Ooh, the biggest and easiest way to get me to cringe at a horror movie is anything having to do with fingernails. And honestly, if I'm being 100% honest, in surgery as well, that's the thing that makes me want to fucking vomit is toenails and fingernails. But horror movies,
Nails and fingers.
yeah, I just cannot handle that. That is one of my biggest fears is having all of my fingernails ripped out. I don't know why I would ever be placed in a situation where that's a fucking option, but that is one of my fears.
That's fair. That's fair. So last year, before a bunch of bullshit in my life happened, I was trying to hit 500 different horror movies that I've watched, and I didn't quite get there. But I was trying to I literally was thinking I was like what fucking scares me? Because I can just sit down and watch a bunch of horror and really have zero effect on my like day to day. I'll just watch a bunch of horror during work. I'll go to bed and I'll watch horror movies while I go to sleep, and I'll sleep like a fucking baby.
Yeah.
Like, what is it that like really perturbs me and like makes me like uncomfortable? And then I watched a movie not too long ago this year called Megan is Missing.
Oh god.
And if you haven't seen that
What are
movie,
you drinking? There's a bottle here and it's empty.
We'll wait till Doug's
nailed
done.
it. So if you haven't seen that movie, it is a shock horror film, which I typically do fine with shock horror, but it is so fucking rapey and so fucking just I don't even know the correct words to describe Megan is
Perversion,
Missing.
kind
It's
of?
just it's disgusting, perverted, and like there's zero resolution in the movie. It's just
It's a straight up shock horror.
It's a
It is a
snuff film.
straight up,
you watched a
like-
snuff film.
Smuff.
pretty much
Smuff.
yeah, it's smuff.
Thank you. Come on. God.
But I don't want to give too much away in case somebody does want to watch it. But like, holy shit, I feel like I'm glad I watched it because I would like to have it under my repertoire of movies that I've seen.
Put it on your letterboxd.
But yeah, I did.
Perfect.
It got a half star from me. I will say that.
Damn, earned it.
One half star.
Glad I watched it.
So it's the only horror movie that really perturbed you.
I think, well,
Or disturbed you.
basically what I was getting at is that I think it's like overly rapey movies is what actually makes me feel like very weird.
Okay. No,
Like-
yeah.
It's almost like the
That makes
director
me
was
uncomfortable,
like,
but I don't know if I would call it scared.
I wouldn't call it
Yeah.
scared, but I will say that it made me feel
Gross.
It felt, yeah, I felt gross after watching it. Like, and I can watch
Yep.
a million people get their heads cut off. I can watch people being haunted, and it does nothing. I'm not scared. It just doesn't scare me. But I felt weird after watching Megan is Missing. Like, I actually felt dirty.
Was
I
this-
was like, I was like, I almost felt like I watched something that would like get me arrested. I was like, that's not cool.
Okay.
I shouldn't have watched that.
That's how I felt after seeing I Spit on Your Grave.
The original or the remake?
Both, if I'm being honest.
Okay, because the original isn't even. I don't think it's as bad as the remake.
To be fair, I saw the original way fucking back when, but yeah, no, the remake is holy shit.
What would you say is your trope, Matt?
Yeah, what's your trope, Matt?
I'm similar to Doug in that horror movies just don't scare me like at all. I'm way more likely to just laugh at
Right.
or like how comically stupid like the plot lines and stuff are than I am to get scared by something. But the one thing that makes me uncomfortable is like in like mental
Brain stuff.
brain stuff, like where a character is not sure if they're just like losing their minds or just like seeing things like a slow descent into insanity will make me uncomfortable, because that is like one of the biggest fears I have in general in life, is just like losing my grip on reality.
Yeah.
It's like I want to say it's American Horror Story or something, where like I can't remember which season. I think it's Asylum.
With the nun.
Yeah, where she's like losing her mind and she's like not sure if she's actually in.
Yep.
Like, yeah. Okay.
Like
you know
Shutter
what I'm talking about.
Islands.
You're basically
Any Lovecraft story.
Yeah. Losing your mind. That's a great answer, actually. Now that I think about it,
Matt's fear is Lovecraftian horrors.
Yeah, anything where like the person can't be sure that what they're experiencing is actually real because they can't trust their own brain.
Are you sure you're even not in your driveway?
Yep, no. See, that's my biggest fear right there.
Is not
Right there.
being not in his driveway. Oh man, I need to have you next time you come out. We should play some Call of Cthulhu, because that is some fun mental fuckery.
Let's go to the next one.
Okay, I think we have time for probably one, maybe two more.
We only have five. I don't. Oh, yeah, we have five. Oh, yeah.
Is that less than one, or is that more or less than one or two?
Yes.
We've got a fuckload.
There's a bunch here, yeah, but we apologize. We're
Never
not
mind.
going to get to all of them because a lot of you guys did send stuff in. But worst case scenarios, we pick the best for
I
the
think
next
some of
time.
these we can literally just hit real quick and just knock them off.
Okay,
All right, real quick.
Fuck it,
Just
let's
try to
do it.
Blaze them.
Real quick. Who is your favorite fast food mascot by C-Math? I'm going to go with Mayor McCheese.
I'm going with Grimace, 100%.
You bitch.
Yeah, I had to get it in there before you did.
I knew we were all going to say Grimace because that's what I was going to say. So.
All right. I have a different one then.
Okay.
Since everyone wants to do Grimace.
Grimace is
I
the
mean, he's
shit.
obviously the best pick, but
Moldy chicken nugget.
so if you've ever seen the music video for God, I'm gonna butcher this because it's like so close together, but it's a music video for, I think it's Bad Omens by Rad Anthem.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
It's basically the Burger King, Ronald McDonald,
is it
Jack in the Box,
An amalgamation.
and they're all going out on the town, and like it's like kind of like a
me this.
yeah, it's like a kind of like house music, EDM-ish a little bit. Jack in the Box is awesome, but like it's super funny because they all go to this club and they're all like blowing coke and shit, and then like fucking Nick Swardson shows up and he's Wendy. And like,
This is the longest short answer ever.
it's so good. But Jack in the Box, I'm going with Jack in the
Jack in the Box.
Nice.
Taco Bell dog.
Box. He died. Doesn't count anymore.
It doesn't count anymore.
He never
Fuck
existed. He died, so he doesn't exist.
You don't know that actually happened. I might still be in my driveway in 1995.
He's real. What's the
With the
scariest?
Taco Bell dog.
What's the scariest piece of media you've ever consumed? This is by Bacall. Scariest
Did
piece
you just
of
say it like you're a crow? All right.
probably the movie Sinister. Didn't like that.
That's one of my favorite horror movies. It's so good.
Terrified the absolute shit.
Not the
out of
second one. The second one's terrible. Scariest piece of media? I have to get right back to it. I have to go back to fucking Ash vlogs, just simply because I literally thought I was watching people being stalked and murdered. And when you think that, you're scared. When you're here, you're here.
When you're here, you're at a restaurant.
Moo?
Yeah.
What's yours? Scariest piece of media.
This is a stupid answer, and I know it's a stupid answer, and I also know I'm probably opening a can of worms to make this answer longer than it needs to be, but number stations make me really uncomfortable.
Hell yes. Can we please?
Just listening to them makes me very uncomfortable.
Are you going to be around for our
Absolutely,
inevitable
he
episode?
will be.
Okay. Well, now you have
He
to
doesn't.
be.
He doesn't have a choice.
There's no choice here. Trauma for
Doug,
money.
what's yours?
I think so. I'm gonna I guess give an answer that basically is based off of something that like scarred me when I was younger,
Okay.
Because, like I said, I don't really get scared by media as much since I've, been older than 14.
For several years.
But when I was younger, I watched, have you ever seen the movie Faces of Death?
Hmm?
Oh my God.
I love that movie.
It's not
terrifying
great.
when you're a child.
Because I saw it when I was young, because it's an old fucking movie.
Yep.
And it's not great. And if you haven't watched it, I guess do yourself a favor and
Continue not
feel
to do,
bad
continue
about
not doing
everything
that.
that is in the world. But it's just like I guess a documentary of just like death.
Yeah.
And it shows like
Yep.
real death and fake death, I guess, for lack of a better word. But like it is death and incarnate in a movie, and it is fucking wild.
So you got real familiar with your morbid side at a very young age.
Bro, I was like 9 and I was going to fucking rotten.com. So yeah.
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 Oh god.
Maybe that's the worst
We were
piece
raised
of
on the
media
internet.
I've ever seen.
Oh, you know what?
Rotten.com.
Now that you bring that up, I think it's the
Oh, yeah.
it's the fucking the Russian prostitute being dismembered in a bathtub by some fucking gang over there. And
Next question.
oh, we're not
Mike's having
we're
a
not going-
hard time now today.
I saw a video on like Live Leak or something one time of a guy who fell onto some railroad tracks and had been, like,
yeah.
cut in half.
Yeah.
And was like trying to put himself back together.
Yeah, and he's like trying to
That's the
Dude,
he's trying to
that
stuff his
did me
intestines
in
back
worse
in.
than any. Yep, that did me in worse than anything I've ever seen on the internet.
I forgot about that video until you just fucking
Yeah.
said that.
Until Doug said rotten.com, I had
Oh.
blocked that one out.
That's a good.
Bringing
There's
up
a good
past
reason
trauma.
for that.
Oh man, that was a
Yeah.
bad one.
I mean, I've seen some of the beheading videos
Yeah.
from like fucking like
Yeah.
the Taliban.
Oh,
and like
honestly,
ISIS.
yeah.
Question.
Yeah, let's go to the next question.
not
Jason,
great.
take it away.
Okay. Ooh, this is a good one. This is relevant to me. If you had to choose one body part to lose, what would it be and why? Individual toes do count, but you need a reason.
Pinky toe.
Like more than just because it's the smallest thing to
Pinky
cut
toes
off.
are useless. They don't do
no, they're
anything
not.
to help
Literally
you.
help
Nope.
you balance.
That's the only reason
Yeah,
you.
they stabilize.
It's the only reason you can balance.
100%.
We'll see. When
I
don't
guess
have
you
pinky
will.
Let's test it.
toes.
Yeah.
You got some garden shears.
I'll find some. Pinky toe. What about
So
you?
you're saying pinky toe?
Yes.
What does it say? Just one body part to lose. What would it be and why? My fucking appendix, because what? Like, you don't
Cop-out.
fucking need it. But if we want to go, okay, so
Cop-out.
let's change the answer. Let's a vital,
Something that actually serves a function.
a functional, vital body part, and I'd choose to lose that. Let's say that. I would probably go pinky finger.
Oh, you need to grab things.
I don't need it to balance.
Fuck you. Go ahead.
I love you, Mike.
I don't know. I was thinking about it, and I was like thinking of like my left hand's like ring finger,
I was thinking that too.
because like I don't really
What
like
do you use that for?
nothing. It honestly doesn't even work very well.
Because you don't use it.
Like it
It's
hardly
already
bends
shitty.
already. Like
It's because you're not using it. Huh.
like I don't need
Huh.
that. Like I could get by with just these four, I
Four?
guess. Like
Well, yeah, clearly. If it's
But it's
fucking.
gonna make typing harder.
Oh,
It would make like playing guitar
Look at that.
harder.
oh,
at
that's
that.
true. I
ever
wouldn't
wanted
have
to
an
do that?
I wouldn't have an A finger anymore
Look at that though.
on the keyboard.
Look how
couldn't
easy
finger
it
a
is.
minor.
Doug, can I offer you a PlayStation 3 controller? Look how easy this is.
Yeah.
How about this? Look how easy
I
it
don't
is
even
not
know
using
what
that
Mike's
finger.
saying right now. I'm just trying to
I think I'm
block
keeping
out what
all
just
my
happened.
limbs. I'm keeping all my limbs and digits.
Okay.
I think maybe like my left testicle.
See, I was thinking
You can get
testicles.
don't need
money.
both
You can
of
get
them. No.
money for that.
Yeah,
some
30
good money.
grand each.
Things to think about, y'all.
Yeah.
I don't have
Doug,
up-to-date pricing.
next question.
Okay. This one's easy. What's better, Jewel or Meyer? Meyer.
Meyer.
1,000%. I would literally
Meyer.
kill for Meyer. I would kill a motherfucker to have Meyer's.
We have a Meyer on
You would
34.
I live.
We have Myers all over the place here, and well, you know what? I would rather keep Meyer because Jewel Osco be expensive, dog.
Right.
I had never been to a Jewel Osco until last weekend. Mike took me.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
spent
It's
$10
expensive.
on like 2 bags of chips.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's expensive as
Holy
piss.
shit.
I was just in fucking Arizona for like almost 2 weeks, and they have fries, and fries is the most bullshit grocery store I've ever been to. Like everyone who works there is like for sure on meth, and like they just give zero shits. And I just like, I was just like, my dad even, so he's been out in Arizona for like 5 years now, and he is so upset that they don't have Myers. And like, I never knew how much I loved Meijer until I lived behind one.
Oh, it's so good.
It is the most convenient
everything.
thing ever.
It's got everything. And most of them are open 24/7.
And right. Well, not mine anymore, but
Quick.
you know, Myers.
Moot. Next
Meijer.
question.
What is the cringiest thing you've ever done in your life? From J
God.
Dep in the Discord.
Ooh, I've done a lot
I
of
have to pick
crazy
one.
things.
Fuck.
Remember that episode we did for Patreon where we all talked about shitting our pants?
Oh yeah, we just fucking divulged our deepest, darkest, most personal
My-
secrets.
As soon as I read this question, I immediately thought of your shitting your pants at your job story. 100%.
I do
Cringiest thing I've ever
I do
done.
too many cringy things. I don't think I could actually give you an answer.
Mike is cringe embodied.
I am cringe
Yeah,
embodied.
there are so many things.
What's that? What is that one thing that your brain keeps bringing up at night right before you fall asleep?
Actually, you know what? I'll give you a broad answer that I think we all can relate to. Any Facebook post I had
Oh,
from
yeah.
2013 and below.
Oh, yeah.
Just look at my MySpace.
Whenever it's
I'm
like,
so glad I
this
deleted
is
all
you
my
from
old
7
stuff.
years ago. I'm like, oh, what was I thinking? Why
Yep.
was I talking like that?
To be fair, if you don't cringe about your past, then that means you're not growing.
You're
So
not growing, yeah.
that's
You're
good.
just Dane Cook.
Yeah, you're just
Dane
Dane Cook. Holy shit, that's
I-
accurate.
Like my first 24-ish year, 22-ish years of life were just one like cringe moment
Oh,
after another, so
God.
I couldn't do this. But as an adult, the only thing that really comes to mind, like as over like the last 10 years or so, is I went to my friend Landon's bachelor party. Landon listens to the podcast occasionally. Just, what up?
Hi, buddy.
He knows what story I'm about to tell. And I got way too fucking drunk.
Oh.
And me and a friend tried to stay out after the bars had closed and everything. And we ended up, like, I was trying to hook him up with this girl. And then, like, we got so drunk that I couldn't figure out how to log into the Uber app. And then the world started spinning around me. And I said, I have to go back to the B&B. And then my friend loaded me up in a taxi, got me back to the B&B, and then I cried on the floor for like 30 minutes in the Airbnb.
Hell yeah.
And so I always think about, that's one of those things I think about when I'm falling asleep, is the time that I had a mental breakdown and cried on the floor of the Airbnb at Landon's bachelor party.
Well then, that's not too terrible. That just sounds like a fun night out for everybody else.
Hey, sometimes you just need a good cry.
Yeah.
I will say you unlocked a core memory of mine just now, because
Ooh, buddy.
there was one time. No, you weren't involved in this. It was when I worked at Menards and I was trying to impress one of the guys there.
Oh.
And I won't name names, but he had a party at his house. I got absolutely blackout to the blackout of drunk. Like, I drank like almost an entire handle of fucking Captain Morgan to myself.
Jesus.
And I woke up. I just remember bits where I'm just making a goddamn fool of myself in front of all these strangers, and they're recording. Or if those videos are anywhere, I hope they're not. But people were recording shit. I remember waking up in like when I was passed out on a table in my own vomit, and someone cleaning it up after me, and then them just throwing me on a couch. And I woke up the next day, no one was around. I got the fuck out of there, and I went home and died. But just the embarrassment. Oh, the embarrassment.
But see, I wouldn't classify that as cringy. That's just like a rite of passage.
Embarrassing.
I have a cringy one. It's super quick, and it's something that I think about quite
Said that about
often for
fries.
no reason. So I went to fucking Electric Forest in 2012, right?
Okay.
And this was at the height of me being like, I want to, do Molly and Coke and all the drugs and shit. So I went and saw Major Lazer at Electric Forest, and Major Lazer is Diplo and some other people. And I got to the front row of the of like where they were at on the stage, and I was wearing a bandana across my face, and I had my hat that was a Grassroots hat, super stoner, whatever fucking brand of hats. And then I was at the front, and Diplo came down and was signing stuff for people, and I like pulled my bandana down and like took my hat off and like gave him my hat, and then he signed my hat, and then the set ended like 5 minutes later, and we went back out of the crowd, and I went into like a public restroom. It wasn't like a porta potty. It was like this like underground thing. And I realized I had fucking Molly all on my fucking nose and like in my beard and shit. And I was like, cool. I just like handed a hat to Diplo, just Coke nose.
Look
status.
how high I am.
And like, I think about that all the time. I'm like, man, I was a big piece of shit. Like, what an asshole move. And I think about that way too much.
I wonder if Diplo thinks about that.
He does every night.
Every night?
Boys.
I'm sure he does.
I think like let's do these like 30 seconds
Yep,
apiece.
that's what
Like
I'm saying.
literally.
Matt,
we
go ahead.
can get through the rest of this section, but after that we got to call it.
Matt,
I'm
go
sorry,
ahead and do
boys.
this one.
Okay. All right. If you could redo a topic, which one would you
Cool.
pick? And I would absolutely
Cool.
pick
This house has people in it.
Yeah, this has people in it.
100%.
I think we were all on agreement.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
We didn't plan it well.
Nope.
We got too drunk.
fucked it
and
up.
We rushed the end of it.
Yeah, we could. That should have been a
Episode 1.
3-part.
Yep, I goofed it. How do we all meet? Basically work friends.
Yeah, you and I were Menards.
We were all we
a
worked
long
together.
time ago. Doug and I met through our buddy Robbie, who
I worked with.
who he worked
Yeah.
with, but
With
then
Mike.
Robbie worked with us. Matt sent us all.
How I mentioned I made an error.
Thank you for that.
Yep. What goals do you have for the future of Diluti? I think we already covered it, giving out quality, much better quality content.
It
We have
really-
a lot of goals.
There's a lot of goals here.
Who knows if they'll happen?
I think the biggest goal is for this to be like a full-time gig for the four of us, to
Yeah.
where we can depend on this.
Patreon.com/Dilly.
There it
Yep,
is.
yep. Keep doing that, please. But I don't know. I think just be able to do this full time is where we're at.
What's your favorite
Nope,
episode?
nope. We're done.
What? I'll redeem myself here. Go to patreon.com/dilutipod. You can go to dilutipod.com. You can give us some money, or you can not do that. If you go to dilutipod.com or diluti.com, you can find our links to all of our socials. You can find us on all our socials at dilutipod, or don't look into the internet. Just fucking Google us, you dingus. You could also go to buymeacoffee.com/dilutipod. But let me just be real
It's
to the
phobia.
alcohol. We just got a couple more, which is fun. You could go to our youtube.com/@dilutipod. It's bussin'. We're getting there. It's bussin'. And we're putting up like YouTube specific content here, little bit by bit. And then you could also go to our Google phone number. That's 630-909-9366. Once again, that's 630-909-9366. We will respond to your text messages, and if you leave us a voicemail, we'll play it at the end of the show. So why don't you go to 630-909-9366, and then you could do that. That'd be super cool. And then I want you to just pull out a tooth, kiss it, put it back in your mouth, because they have feelings too.
And then fight it and tell us how hard that was.
Yeah, pull all your teeth out and then fight them. Boys, what do you got to say to the people, the beautiful people?
Matt, you got something for us?
I just wanted to say that, Mike, you didn't fuck this up. I fucked it up with you because I didn't think about that either. There would be more episodes of this, and we didn't have to rush through all those questions. So we're on team fuck up. And that's fun. And another thing I want to say is that you can go to the website and there's a listener survey. And if you haven't done that already, a lot of you have, and we've mentioned it before. But go fill that out, because people keep filling that out, and I go in and I read them every once in a while.
Yeah.
Somebody did put in answers on that listener survey that were all about Fred Durst and how much
Yes.
they wanted more Fred Durst content,
Yep,
which I appreciate. And I also want to say we're pro Fred Durst on this podcast.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Absolutely.
If you have the
Go,
means
bro.
or the connections, send the podcast to Fred Durst.
Yeah, one Fred Durst if you can in these trying times.
Douglas Store.
You know,
go ahead, Moot.
the bassist from Rage Against the Machine, Tim Comerford,
Yep.
once said
What a
something.
name.
Once said that he apologized for their influence for Limp Bizkit. He apologizes that Rage Against the Machine existing led to Limp Bizkit's existence. And you know what I have to say to that? That was a real dick thing to say.
I'm going to go ahead and say,
I-
don't apologize for art. Just don't do it.
Yeah.
Did
no,
Da
I
Vinci
actually, I
apologize
legitimately,
for the Mona Lisa.
I legitimately think that if somebody who's in a successful band, like Limp Bizkit, says that you are the reason that they did what they did, and also you don't fucking diss on my boy Fred Durst.
They were successful. Like they did something right.
Have some fucking respect.
Yeah. He made The Fanatic.
Tim Comerford's a dick. That's
a
all I
movie
gotta
with
say.
John Travolta.
All right.
Fair enough.
Douglas? Douglas?
Doug?
Oh man, it's
What a
been a
rant.
while, huh?
Yeah, it has.
What do I want to say? You slap your beans against your peens.
We need specific instructions, Doug. It's been a minute. Like we don't know the like 1A, 1B.
Step 1: take peen and or bean out of pants.
Instructions unclear.
Out of shell.
Bean cut and ceiling fan.
2: take other bean or peen out of other pants. Right. Step 3: you shake them around a whole bunch, and you don't. You just you wave them in the air and whatever.
You don't care.
Don't care.
Like maracas.
And then step 4, you slap them so hard together that they
You
are
cook
now
them.
they are cooked. They are cooked peens and beans. You got beanie weenies per se, right? And then step 5, I guess
End this.
everyone gets snades.
Snakes!
No.
Guys, everybody, please, for the love of fucking God, stay paranoid. If you don't, we don't have shit to talk about. So remain in that realm while we dazzle you with our stupidity
And I'm
or
gonna
something.
Eat my goldfish.
Oh, here comes the goldfish. That means it's time to go.
And another thing, Wes Borland is actually a god. So
We're done here.
so
He's
again,
not wrong.
again,
He's not wrong.
fuck Tim Comerford.
All hail Wes Borland.
And post.
And snades. I have AIDS.
Don't look under the internet.